Howdy. Wow. Give yourselves a round of applause. This is amazing. On behalf of us all in Texas A&M and Texas A&M Athletics, we'd just like to say welcome. Thank you for being here at the Ford Hall of Champions here on our campus as we get to announce and introduce you to the 21st coach of Aggie baseball, Michael Earley. I want to be the first one to introduce and welcome the family of the Earley family. We'd like to introduce his wife, Lisa, and his children, Marshall, Mia, and Madison. Please join me in welcoming the immediate family. We're so excited that you guys are here, and thank you so much. We want you to know how excited we are that your dad and your husband are going to be leading our baseball program. And we want you to know that we're going to surround him and help him and do the very best we can, okay? So thank you guys for being here. We have some special guests here, and if you give me a little bit of time, I'd like to just kind of walk through a few of our special guests. We have a Board of Regent member here. Where's Jay Graham? There's Jay. Jay, thank you so much for being here. And April Graham, his wife, thank you. Appreciate you guys. You know, we can't do what we do without great support, and so we want to thank all of our regents. We want to thank them for how hard they work to help navigate this institution through so many challenges and opportunities, and so we're grateful for the support of our Board of Regents and the Graham family. I also want to recognize our Chancellor of the Texas A&M University System, Mr. John Sharp. Thank you, sir. For those of you who don't know, Chancellor Sharp yesterday announced that he's going to be retiring after maybe about another year or so. So 14 years of leadership in the Texas A&M system, and much of what you're enjoying today, when you really think about where Texas A&M is, I know Chancellor Sharp would say there's a lot of people that deserve credit, but under your leadership, sir, this place has been transformed. So thank you for your leadership. We'd like to thank the 12th Man Foundation board members. I'd like to thank Coach Mark Johnson. Where's Coach? Over here to the left. Coach Johnson. There you go. The winningest coach in A&M history is here. Thank you so much for being here. I told Michael he's got a few wins to go, but we're grateful for your support, and thank you for being here as well. Of course, we'd like to thank the 12th Man, like to thank our fans. Yes, go ahead, give yourself a round of applause. I'll tell you what, I had the great privilege of experience in A&M baseball at Bluebell, and that was unbelievable. I can't thank you all enough for making that such a special environment for our student athletes and coaches. So thank you for being here, and thank you for all of your support. Finally, and most importantly, I'd like to pause and reflect and just thank our players. What an emotional ride, what an amazing ride, and we can't begin to tell you just how proud we are of you guys. The way you competed on the field, the way you represented this university, the way you competed in the classroom, you are the epitome of everything this place stands for. And we're so sorry that we didn't get to properly recognize and honor and celebrate you, but hopefully today is just a small little feeling from this great crowd of what we think about you guys, and so we're grateful that you're here. I'm proud to say I got a lot of phone calls during this process from these players. And I think Jace was probably the leader. Got a lot of respect for a young man. Learned a lot from you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Just want to talk a little bit about the process about how we got to today. Won't take a lot of time. But I want you to know, and I'm really glad we did this. Really early on, after we knew that we were going through a transition, we called the players and asked for a meeting. And so Jace and the rest of the leadership on our baseball team, you imagine when the season ends, a lot of guys move on, right? They're going to summer baseball, they may go see family. But our baseball team assembled in the locker room. And I'll acknowledge to you, it was a really emotional time. General Welsh was kind enough to come with me, and I really appreciated that. I want to thank Erin Jones for her work. Go ahead and give. I was going to get to him in a little bit, but we met with the players, and I've always found that informative. The players live this. This is their culture. This is their team. This is my team. And so I always learned something from talking to the players, and we spent about 45 minutes or so. And I really appreciated their willingness to open up and open their hearts and talk openly during a very emotional time. You can imagine just, coming 2 runs short of a national championship, and then all of that happens to them. To have the kind of leadership, thoughtfulness, and integrity to engage in that conversation was really important to me. Secondly, what you want to do is you want to evaluate sort of like, where's the program at? What's our culture? What are our needs? It doesn't take a genius. Even I could figure out, we got a lot of really good things happening. We got a lot of momentum. There's not a lot of things that need to be altered and adjusted. So we recognized, hey, how do we find a way to take what's awesome, maintain it, and continue to grow it? Number 3, I wanted to do a real search. And I really want to thank the regents. I want to thank General Welsh for giving us the space and all of you to do a real search. I want you to know we talked to 9 people, outstanding coaches. We will never release, it won't come from here, who we talked to or what those conversations entailed, but I want you to know that we did a broad-based search and talked to a lot of coaches. Mostly what I was interested in was 3 things. Is a very clear vision. In my experience, leaders who know exactly what their vision is, what their expectations are, where they are today, and where they plan to go is a really good sign. Number 2, I like people who hate losing. I like people who hate losing more than they like winning. Passionate people who are willing to pay the price for excellence. And finally, it's important that if you're looking for leadership, you find somebody who reflects the values of Texas A&M. At a place like Texas A&M, character still matters a lot. And I want you to know we had a lot of great candidates, but there was one person that really stood out amongst all of them, and that was Michael Earley. And so before we introduce Michael or say a few more words, I'd like to introduce General Welsh and have him come up and share a few thoughts with you. I really am grateful for the leadership of General Welsh. Your wisdom, your counsel, and steady hand, every step of the way I could count on General Welsh to bounce things off of, whether it be coming to the locker room to help us with the team. General Welsh really, really cares about our student athletes, and it comes through, and we're grateful for that. So please join me in welcoming the President, General Mark Welsh.
Thank you. Thank you, and howdy. I have a few things to say. Don't panic. Thank you for being here. Trev, thank you for letting me be here. And a special thanks to Michael for giving us a great reason to be here today. The real reason I've been brought in by the team is as a musical consultant. They're not going to believe this, but this is an absolutely true statement. Since the day I went into a bar in Dublin about 25 years ago, I have had 2 versions of Rattlinbog on my Spotify playlist. I've got the Irish Rovers 3-minute version and Seamus Kennedy's 8-minute version. Try and hang with that one. This is a great day, I think, for Texas A&M baseball. Let me offer just a couple of quick thank yous. First, to Trev Alberts for his leadership of Aggie athletics, but more importantly today for the way he conducted this search. It was comprehensive, it was focused, and it was all about what's best for Aggie baseball. Trev will tell you they also received great support from the search firm Turnkey ZRG and their CEO, our friend Chad Chatlow. So Chad, thank you as well for your contribution. I'd like to add my thanks to Chancellor John Sharp and our Board of Regents, represented here by Regent Jay Graham. They don't get a lot of credit for this because people don't see it. They are very busy people. They're consistently in demand all over the state of Texas and across the nation, but every time we need them, if we need them to step up to offer quick support, if we need decisions made in a short time period, like you do in athletic searches, they always show up. Thank you. Regent Graham, Chancellor, thank you for your leadership, and it's going to be a great year celebrating you, sir. Really good to see you. Our regents did it again last week for us. And then there's our Aggie baseball players. Trev mentioned this, but I think it's worth kind of jumping back a week. They just rolled into town after returning from a spectacular season and an unbelievably thrilling ride through the College World Series in Omaha. And instead of having the chance to celebrate and be celebrated by the 12th man, the rug got pulled out from underneath them, which was a really tough situation. They were left with an awful lot of questions and not many good answers. 18 hours or so later, Trev and I were in the room when they were back on their feet and fighting for each other, just like they did that last inning in Omaha. And in my view, they courageously, passionately, and respectfully stepped into the discussion about who and what we were looking for in our next coach. So to you guys, thank you for showing us all that when you bring courage, passion, and respect to the plate, you can make a lot of things happen in this game, and you can make a lot of things happen in this world. And you had a huge impact on this search. Thanks for being great Aggies. And I'll embarrass the rest of you too, because the 12th man and Aggie baseball fans everywhere also had a big impact. The way you rallied behind the team made it crystal clear to any coaching applicant who was paying attention, and there were a number of great ones, as Trev mentioned, that this is a team you want to coach, that this is a place you want to be, and it's a fan base that you want to lead. Thank you for doing that. Trev and I did not coordinate our comments, but you're going to notice a trend here. Before I turn it back over to Trev to introduce our new coach, I want to tell you why I like him. I don't know him very well, but I had a chance to meet with him Sunday morning. Lisa, I'm sorry, that left you with the kids again on your own. Just three things. First, he's confident. A little bit cocky, but that's kind of necessary. There's no fear. There's no apologies, there's no excuses. If Michael was an MMA fighter, I can guarantee you he would never tap out. Confident people tend to be competitive, and he most certainly is. And competitive people like to win, as Trev said. And I think he likes to win more than most. So do I. So does Trev. So do Aggies. Second, he's organized, he's detail-oriented, he's structured in his thinking, he's very comprehensive in his approach, and he's very clear in his focus. Organized people tend to like developing both individuals and teams, and baseball requires both. Coaching is all about making players better, and it doesn't surprise me a bit to know that that is his reputation. Since the day he came into this business, he's been making players better. It's why his players love him, and it's why Aggie fans will love him for the next 25 years or so. He's coming for you, Coach. He's coming. Last, and maybe most importantly, when you combine it with those other things, he loves his family. It took Michael about 30 seconds into our first meeting to mention Lisa and the kids. But he also understands that Aggies love this family. And people who love their families tend to be loyal. And so do Aggies. Just to be clear here, today, tomorrow, the future of Aggie baseball, none of it is about someone who left. It's about someone who fought to stay. It's about a leader who will fight to keep his team together. It's about a coach who will make every player a better competitor on and off the field. And it's about a winner who knows that there is still unfinished business in Omaha, Nebraska. So I'll turn this back over to Trev to introduce the next great Texas A&M University baseball coach. Yegem.
Real quick, before we introduce Michael, I just thought 4 little quick bullet points. People ask me all the time, well, what's your vision for the baseball program? I don't know that it's my vision. I think it's our shared vision. Number 1, we're going to have the best coaches in college baseball. We're going to hire, servant leaders, coaches where it ain't about them. It's about serving these guys. We're going to have the best development program in college baseball, because that's what he's all about, right? We're going to have the best stadium in college baseball. With your help, that of our donors, and that of our regents, an $80 million upgrade to Blue Bell is going to be a game changer, and it's going to be the best atmosphere and the best environment in college baseball. That's the vision. And finally, we're going to have the best fan experience, because that's what changes the whole environment at Blue Bell. So there's one person, one leader, that's going to help us pull all that together. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the 21st head coach of Aggie baseball, Michael Earley. Come over here.
Howdy. I can't thank you guys enough for being here today, and I can't tell you how excited I am to be in front of you. Thank you, Chancellor Sharp, Regent Grant, for being here. General Welsh, thank you so much. And Trev, thank you so much for trusting me and giving me this opportunity and understanding my vision and plan for this program. So thank you guys very much. It's been an interesting week. I'm still, yeah. A lot has happened. I've found out a lot about myself, but in the end, I ended up where I want to be, and I'm super grateful for that, and super grateful for all the people who've had my back. I have family in town, my mom and dad. My mom and dad gave me every resource possible to play the game of baseball that I wanted to play. I'm from Indiana. Baseball's not a big thing in that state, and they gave me every opportunity I could to be a player, which kind of led to the moment of being a coach. I knew early on, even though I never wanted to hear it, everyone's like, hey, you're going to be a really good coach. And I'm like, well, I'm still playing. What are you trying to say? So they put me on that avenue. Parents were both coaches, so super appreciative of them. My kids, Marshall, Mia, Maddie, who's not paying attention. I love you guys, and just know every day I wake up in the morning and everything I do is for you guys. To my wife, Lisa, who started this journey with me in the Carolina League when I was an A-ball at the Chicago White Sox. You've been there every step of the way. You understand the life. And I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you for everything. To the players, number one, this is your program. To the former players, this is your program. I am just here to give you everything I have every single day. I will do anything I can for anyone who has ever touched this program, and especially you guys. Anything you ever need in life, I'm confident I can help you with baseball, but I think my biggest job is to help you guys in life. So anything you guys ever need, you know that we've met multiple times. I appreciate you guys having my back. I appreciate you guys helping me get in the door and giving me the opportunity to run right through it. So to you guys, man, I can't thank you enough. Shot could not be here today. He was super upset. He had golf. He already paid for it. $400. $400 plane ticket, he told me, but I want to reassure him the Rattling Bog is here to stay, and we just got to keep playing the song. I'm not sure if you saw Twitter today, but there's a couple guys who have recommitted to the school. I completely understand, and everyone should understand why they got in the transfer portal and why there's still guys in there. It is completely okay. I completely understand, and everyone should understand that these guys have to take care and protect themselves. But we had a couple big announcements today. I'm not going to say the names, but if you got Twitter, you've seen them, and we got more coming. We got more coming. Assembling my staff was and is one of the most important things I did through this entire process, and why I believe a big reason why I got the job. I had a clear plan and vision, and it started with them. First off, Jason Kelly, he could not make it today. Jason's taken a big leap of faith on me. We've been really good friends for a long time. He's a sitting head coach, or was at the University of Washington. We previously worked together at Arizona State, a former pitching coach of the year. Formerly, he was at LSU before he got the head job at Washington. A ton of experience, and I'm going to need him by my side. He was a gigantic piece of the puzzle for me, and I'm super excited for you guys to get to meet him and his family. Just a baseball guy, baseball family, everyone in his family, just a part of the game. I got a couple of my staff members are here. Just stand for a second if you don't mind. Caleb Longley. Caleb was a recruiting coordinator at the University of Texas. His wife, Demi, and man, he's one of the best hitting guys I've ever been around in my life. We used to work together a few years ago, and he went off on his way, and he's really just trailblazed college baseball. He's widely known and respected. We don't talk about who's better, but we always compete against each other, and I love that. I love working with him more. He's a big piece to my puzzle because I understand as a head coach, my responsibilities are going to be a lot different. I will not change. I will not be any less a part of the offense, but there's going to be situations and times where I'm sure we might have a meeting at 1 o'clock, and I need to have people in the cage that can help me and know what I do to help the guys. Will Fox, his wife, Carolyn, daughter, Presley, daughter, Charlotte, thank you guys for being here. Will's been with the Aggie baseball program for how many years? Going on 6 years. 3 years with me. He's been with me every step of the way. He's been with me in the cage every single day, and he's worked with our infielders, who I think they're pretty solid. So I think Will, who throws the best batting practice in the country, is another reason where every piece of the puzzle of a staff has to fit. And as I went through the list of the people I needed, I realized they were all right in front of me. They were all right in front of me because it's the people I trust and the people I know will get the job done and will work hard every single day. So that was really, really important. Jason Hutchins, he's been here for... Everyone's looking around. He's not here. We have like 200 campers over there, and he cannot leave them alone. We'd get in a lot of trouble if he did that. The Hutchins family is baseball royalty to me, and he's the first person I actually ever met when I came here. He showed me around, and he always laughs. He said, all these coaches come in, and they're like, what do you want to see? He's like, you just wanted to see the Little League fields and the parks and the houses for your kids. He's like, no one's ever said that. He's like, but I was the same way. So we've gotten along very similar, and I can't thank him enough. I'm wrapping up other couple pieces of my staff. Our athletic trainer, Kaylee Swain, I saw her earlier. I'm not sure if I can say this yet. I'm probably getting in trouble, but we're going to have another Hutchins in the on the development side program. Jace Hutchins accepted a job with me yesterday. I'm sorry if I just broke a rule or crossed over any red tape, but he's awesome. That guy is an absolute grinder and someone we need a part of our program, and he has a big future in baseball. And so, sorry, Renee, if I shouldn't have did that. My bad. Will not be the first mistake I make. What to expect? What do we expect from a baseball program? Our culture and our structure, I'd say, are really good. I'm going to do things my way, but the infrastructure is there. The players are there. I'm going to do it my way, but the groundwork has been laid, and these guys are the reason for it. These guys have taken this program over and made it their own, and I'm just there to guide them and help them every step of the way. From a baseball standpoint, so when I came here in the summer of 2021, Texas A&M baseball was widely known, in my opinion, most would agree, as a pitching school. Just had some of the best pitchers in the country, and that's not to say they didn't have offense, because there's been plenty of really great offensive players here, but my goal was, I want to make this an offensive school. Now, as a head coach, I want to keep it as just a both school. I don't necessarily just want offense, but that was my goal coming in and my vision, like, okay, I'm going to put my stamp on this place. And over the last 3 years, and I think you can see with the hitters and players we got, I think we've gotten to that point. And then from the pitching side, like, these guys were unbelievable this year. I mean, I got a couple of them sitting right here, Rudis, Prager, many more, Stewie. You guys, unbelievable. And we got this program in a place where we're well-rounded and we're balanced, right? We can win in many different ways, and we showed that this year, and that's to the character. These guys are talented, but their character, as you could see in that last game, as they just fought, that was the reason. There was midweek games on a Tuesday. If you've ever played an SEC series at Bluebell on a weekend and it's crazy, and then it's cold and rainy on a Tuesday, and for these guys to do what they did in a non-conference setting this year, you have no idea how mentally strong you have to be. I think everyone thinks every game you're just ready to go. It's hard, and it's a grind, and a testament to you guys for your character and how you did it. I won't keep you guys too long. I'll get long-winded. I wrote like 4 things down, but I keep going off track. I'm going to stay on track right here. But look, here's the deal. I'm ready for this. I'm built for this. I've seen what it takes to get almost to the top here. We were so close. I've been to Omaha 2 of the last 3 years. I've worked, recruited, and gone against these guys in the SEC the last 3 years. I completely understand. I have never been a head coach. That's fine. I've assembled a staff that has my back. But the one thing is, I know and I love Texas A&M. My knowledge and appreciation for the fan base, a very motivated fan base. I think my age, experience level is an advantage. My energy will be infectious, and I promise you, I will do everything I can to take this baseball program to new heights. I can't thank you guys enough. I can't thank you enough for being here. Look forward to seeing you out at Bluebell. Thanks, and gig 'em.